It's still winter time out here. I'm with Chandler, the fly fisherman, and we're going to some delayed harvest creek. In the area we're at in Pennsylvania, in southeast Pennsylvania, there is no native trout. There isn't any, so it's all going to be stocked fish.
Some holdovers.
There might be some holdovers, but we'll see. And this area that we're going supposedly has some larger fish in it. This particular creek, we're not going to give away our secret spot if we catch any, but we're gonna try some artificial lures. It's artificial lures only, some spinners and some flies, and see if we got anything. Now it's March, so we're really waiting for spring to come, and the regular trout season's not going to open for a few weeks, but this stream, the delayed harvest stream, you could fish it year-round. And I think they stocked it 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we'll see if we're the only ones out there today. It is cold out here.
It's snowing again.
It's snowing right now, and it's got to be below 30 degrees still. And here we go. So we're getting all set up. We just parked right here, and Chandler, what do you got on there?
Just putting my line, setting up my fly rod right now.
And what's your lure? What do you want to use there?
Probably do some nymphing today. Might throw an indicator on there. Might do some Euro nymphing.
What kind of rod you got?
Just an Orvis encounter, like basic starter rod.
Do you like the Orvis brand?
Oh, absolutely. I went to the store. My drag was acting up. Guy told me to go out to my truck, get it, brought it in, refixed the bearings, packed it with grease. Works great now.
So with those Orvis rods, if they break, or do they have like a lifetime warranty?
That's what he was telling me. He said the rod breaks, bring it back, give you store credit, or the same rod that you had before. So
nice, that's awesome. Now we're going, I got a little cheaper setup right here. I'm gonna go with the Shakespeare Ugly Stick and a Shimano reel and some spinners. Yeah, so you're setting it all up now.
yeah.
Here's your gear.
Fight my fish.
Got your FHF gear bag. That's your fly rod bag. That's pretty nice. That's a chest rig, right?
Oh, absolutely.
That goes on your chest. Got your spools and I'm gonna tie up here. So you're tying on, so you're going from your, now you got floating string here, or is this float?
That's a floating line, yeah.
Okay, that's your floating line, and that comes around.
A 9-foot 5X leader on.
And it goes to your leader, and then your leader comes all the way down. So you call that right there your tippet?
Tippet ring.
And that's your tippet ring. And that goes from your leader to your actual string, down to your hook.
My first fly.
And you're tying something on there.
Just an egg pattern, just to see, because stock trout really love the egg patterns for some reason.
So what are you doing now? You're putting on 2 hooks?
Yeah, I'm gonna put on this egg, and then I think I'm gonna put on a nymph underneath it. Something weighted. So
He's going with the double setup. And look at this gear. Look at this guy got here.
I dropped it down. I'm gonna put on a Quasimodo pheasant tail. I have a lot of luck with them lately, but who knows? I'll probably change a bunch of times.
Oh yeah. Now I would need like magnifying glasses to be able to.
Oh, once your hands get cold, it's impossible.
It's impossible to tie. I mean, that is some tiny stuff right there.
Look at some of these. This is like a size 14, so it's pretty big, but you get down there, you can barely even
you can even hardly see some of those things.
You drop it, and you lost it completely.
Yeah. It's almost like you got to bring a stool and a chair with you, because you're gonna have to, and a little table, because you're gonna have to sit down and try to figure that out, how to tie that on there. And it is cold out here. You guys can see the snow.
My hands are already red.
It's already shaking, and we're just getting started. And he's trying to tie on some.
Good thing I've been doing this all winter, so.
Yeah, this guy's been fishing all winter out here. And he's tying on, I'm gonna call it a macro fly. This tiny little thing that I can barely see.
Just trim the tag.
He's gonna trim it up.
Just a simple clinch knot on them.
I gotta get one of these. Now, I know you could just use regular
nail clippers. I just went to Walmart and bought.
Yeah, you can just get a cheap one. I got something on my bag here. It's like a It's like a little pair of scissors that come out. And I'm going to have to change that because it's a pain in the butt. Nail clippers are definitely easier.
One thing about this Python fish bag too is it's got for your pliers or whatever right there, and it's magnetic too, so.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so it just sticks to the bottom.
You know, this is an awesome pair here with those orange handles. What a great idea.
Makes it easy to see.
Yeah, all I do is I take mine. I don't know if the GoPro can see this, but I just take mine and I just use the actual
locking, yeah.
And I just clip it onto my zipper strings here and squeeze it and connect it and just let it hang there. But I like those orange handles on that.
I just like this because like I just let it dangle sometimes.
Right.
Fun. Trying to release the fish. I'm all set up.
All right, are you ready? We're gonna catch some fish.
Takes a little bit longer to set these guys.
Yeah, definitely.
More knots.
Look at all this stuff. Jesus. I'd be tangled all over the place. And there's your delayed harvest signs right there, and we're at the top secret location. We're gonna go down to that trail and hit the water and start fishing. The one thing I like about fishing spinners is if you have an aggressive fish out there,
they chase it.
You'll feel them hit it, and if you don't get them with that first cast, if you can get your spinner right back out in that same spot, get a second shot at them, you'll usually get them with the second one. So I make my cast left, right, through the hole, and if I don't get a hit, I move on. Because with a spinner, I feel like he's got to be an aggressive fish to chase a spinner. Yeah, definitely. Now, your fly fishing there, that's a whole new ball game for me.
I just threw an indicator on there. Just a strike indicator.
Okay, that's
whatever you call it.
All right, that orange thing?
Yeah, they call them strike indicators.
And I'm throwing a, if you guys can see this, I'm throwing a black spinner with a silver blade, and this has the red hooks on it. Now supposedly with these red hooks, it's like supposedly makes them strike harder because it's like blood. But we'll see. I mean, I haven't had a hit yet, so. Now I can see your orange thing floating there. Yeah, and now how far behind that are your flies?
About a foot.
About a foot behind that. Uh-oh, you got caught. There you go. Oh, that's pretty good. You just flip it right out there.
Yeah, you're just using the weight of the flies.
You just
anytime I see it move, either I'm catching bottom or I got a bite. So.
Okay, because you got one of them that has a weight on it and it drags.
Yeah,
so
you
it goes.
You want to see them. You want to feel them ticking off the bottom, because that's where the trout do most of their feeding.
Look at that. Look how you just flip it right out there. That's pretty good. Now, I got a black one on here. I usually have a lot of luck with black, white, solid white, and brown. Believe it or not, brown is a brown spinner is my favorite spinner. And I just got hip waders on. Yeah, that was deeper than I thought right there. You got your full set on. I probably should have brung that already. I'm already regretting my decision because it's deeper than I thought. When power bait was real popular, I would get a little ball of power bait on a hook, and I would do like you're doing with that orange thing. I would just flip the power bait out there and let it float through the rapids. And as soon as that power bait ball would go behind a rock, in the eddy behind a rock, that's where those trout were sitting, and they would just hit that power bait. And I was catch and release. I mean, I don't ever keep them, but I'd throw them right back, and I'd say, what, I had a good day that year with a jar of power bait. I didn't have to carry anything with me. I had my rod and a jar of power bait. That's cheating. You're right. Yep. I forget what they call this here. The trout that they put in here are bigger.
Keystone Select trout.
Select trout or something, okay.
Yeah, it's called Keystone Select. It's the Keystone Select waters.
Okay, so if we can find one, if we can catch one of these suckers.
They're typically a little bit larger.
Yeah, they should be bigger than the 7-8 inch ones that people are going to be catching.
The only thing I don't like about this fly fishing
in a couple weeks.
Constantly changing lures to see
what they're hitting on. Yeah, I mean,
what I'm doing is nymphing, so I'm like little insects in the water. Like what they feed on most of the time.
Right.
That's what you're imitating.
And that's what those fly fishermen do. They kind of know when like your mayflies and all these different insects are hatching.
The one guy I was talking to, the older guy, he's like scooping things out of the water. He's like, you can see right now there's like a blue wing olive hatch or something.
And that's what you want to switch to.
Yeah, he said you match to whatever they're eating.
Now, I wonder if that matters more for native trout. If it's a stocked fish.
Well, he was telling me about 12 hours after they're stocked, they're wild.
Really?
He said they go right into eating whatever the trout, the normal trout.
At the time.
Yeah.
How about that? I would think they would look for the feeder, sprinkling the food around. But look how pretty it is out here today. I mean, what a great day to do some winter fishing. And we're out here before the season, before these creeks and these banks get full of knuckleheads with their 1 ounce sinkers, their jars of night crawlers, corn, cheese, sticks in the bank on the sides. If you can put up with the weather, what a great time to fish. All alone out here. Some pretty big trees around here. I'm sitting here casting and I can hear a woodpecker up there. It's pretty cool. Like I said, when I'm using a spinner, I guess I'm a little more aggressive with the spinner. I just cast, and then if there's nothing, I recast again. I move down, cast. I'm basically hunting for the fish. I won't stay in one spot too long. If there's a couple casts, if there's nothing there, I move. Just need one to bite this, and it'll be a success. And every once in a while, when you're dragging that spinner through there, you'll feel like a tap tap. You think you got a hit, but it's just bouncing off a rock. But I immediately recast to the same spot and bring it through there again, just to be sure that it was a rock. Because sometimes that's what happens. The fish, they'll come and try to strike it and just hit it from the string side, and you'll feel that tap and they don't hook themselves. And if you look way down there, there is a Drake mallard and a gunshot. There's a Drake mallard just swimming around right down there. That's a nice looking mallard too. What a big bird. He's a really nice bird. Of course, this time of year they would have their good feathers. And right there I thought I had a hit, but I caught a rock. Just wiggled it right off there. There's no minnows. There's nothing out here. Maybe this is a trick. Maybe there's no fish in here at all. And they just say there is to get people to buy fishing license and a trout stand. I can't even look that way. The snow is smacking me in my face and my eyes. The wind's blowing. I can't look that way. We're going to fish this way. Now the snow's coming down pretty hard. I can't see where the spinner's smacking the water as easily. Once I cast it, I can't even see it. My rod tip's getting a little frozen. Clean the ice out of the rod tip, the eye at the end of the rod. I'm trying to cast, and I guess I'm reeling up the string. The very tip of the rod is getting closed up with ice. That was a good cast. I'm out there, and I'm coming right up the middle. You know, any trout out there would have saw that. They would have had to saw that one. Ugh, the spinner must be tangled. I hate to change colors. Start that tying crap. Cutting the string, retying, and I might have to. Nothing's going after the black one, the black spinner. This doesn't seem reasonable here. Where are you? Alright, I switched it up to a white spinner. I retied. I went up and down and nothing with that black one, so I put this white one on. And I can see it coming through there. I don't know if it was a good idea with all these white snowflakes. How the trout will react to that, but I haven't had a bite yet, so I had to change it up. And I'm getting it in there. I'm getting it right up against the bank, and I'm letting it fall down in front of those rocks and overhangs on them other sides, and I'm pulling it right through here. Not a hit at all. Nothing. Let's see how he's making out. Anything yet?
Yeah, I had a bite. Right?
Really? You had a bite? That's more than me. I haven't had anything. Yeah.
I thought I had a rock at first. I saw the bobber go down. I set it. I felt it go, and they popped it.
Huh. I haven't had a hit yet. I changed it up. I had my black spinner on. I changed it to a white one, just to see if the color is going to make a difference. Come on, babies. I got the glasses on and I can see them. There was a couple of them. There's one right there. See in that water right there. Yeah, there's one. He's right there. He's right there. He follows it and then he gives up. It's not a very big one, but at this point I'll take anything. Get my hands on one of them suckers. Good cast. Right through there. And nothing. Golly. These suckers are tough, man. How can they resist that shiny, sharp metal? Alright, I'm going to give them a break. So I had to switch tactics. We've been out here all day. I've had the black spinner on, a white spinner, and the snow stopped and the sun's starting to come out. And I finally had a bite right here. I actually had a hook up right in this little hole here, and I lost him. He was on, he was shaking, and he came right off. I never got a chance to grab him. My battery's low on the GoPro, of course. It's been a few hours, but I'll turn it back on if I can get one. Oh, that's right there. Right in that area, right there. Oh, I thought you would have caught that sucker by now. There's like 5 of them right there. Oh, I just saw him flash. Did you see that? That's good. Wow. Somebody got to catch this guy. He's out there. Oh, I got one. There he is. There he is, right out in front. Looks like a little rainbow. And it's almost dark. Been fishing all day. Hooked up on a couple, lost a couple, but this guy made the mistake. He got it. Oh no, is that a rainbow? No, that's a brownie.
That's brownie.
No, yeah, maybe a brownie. Boy, that's a little one, huh?
Or is it a brook trout?
No.
No.
He's skinny, man. He is tiny. All right, buddy.
Need the forceps?
Yeah. You are a tiny little guy. There's Daddy and Mommy. I only got one.
He's right here.
Yeah, look how small he is. So it's getting pretty dark out now, so this is the wrap up before the camera can't see anything. It's getting dark. We had a couple hookups, a couple nice ones, and lost them. Chandler caught a real big one, a brownie, and then he hooked up onto one when I was standing next to him. It must have been 20 inches. It was a really nice one, and it broke his line. It snapped the line and got away, and never saw him again. So we caught a couple. Really cold out today, and nice day out here in the woods. But that's it for our March fishing trip.